Look, no one's trying to accuse Sam Bennett of being a dirty, rotten scoundrel. Anyone can see that he's a decent enough guy. But he's in love with two women. And when that situation occurs, someone's always going to get hurt. I don't want that to be Grace.
Look, it's true that Sam once loved Ivy, but that stopped a long time ago.
Are you sure? What if he's not in touch with how much he still cares about her? What if he comes to realize that he loved her just as much as he always did? Can you imagine what that would do to Grace? I can. It would crush her.
I never stopped loving you, Ivy. Not for a minute.
What hurts the most is that I have no one to blame but myself. I'm the one who made the mistake that cost me a life with you. I should have believed in your love. I shouldn't have listened to other people no matter what. And now I have nothing.
Listen to me, Ivy. Listen. I didn't stop loving you. I waited. And I waited for you to come back for me. And when you didn't, you broke my heart.
I can prove Tabitha's a witch and her doll is alive!
Vindication at last! Thank you, Norma. I've been trying to tell everybody this stuff for months, but no one ever listens to me. Now, finally, there's somebody with some proof.
Enough already, all right? First, you're going to tell us about the warlocks who threatened you with death.
Don't forget the talking tree.
Everybody knows that Tabitha's a little eccentric, but she's harmless.
That's what you think, Buster!
I told you I was going to bust you sooner or later. And you know what happens to witches in New England?
Princess won't be burned at the stake like a long time ago. They'll fire her in the electric chair.
Why don't you want to marry me and Julian Crane? Is there something you're not telling me? Would you just stop the stuttering? What don't you want me to find out?
You've been hell-bent on replacing Ivy with the hot-to-trot Rebecca for months. Why the sudden cold feet?
Because Rebecca more than hinted that she would testify against me if Sheridan's death is called into question. I will not be blackmailed into marriage.
Can the righteous indignation, Julian. You knew what Rebecca was made of the first time you took her to bed. For months you've been telling me she'd make the perfect Crane wife, which is why, need I remind you, we let her in on all our family doings. Now that she knows the intricacies of our business, she must be brought into the fold. No backing out now, Julian. Make her your wife post-haste. But first, cremate your sister. I want this matter closed so we never have to think about Louise Lopez Fitzgerald again.
It's Sheridan. Teresa, let him be.
I don't know how he's going to live now that we know Sheridan's gone.
Breathe in, breathe out. You keep me alive. You are my passion for life.
It's only a matter of time, Father. Tabitha and Timmy are about to pay the price for insulting us.
I won't lie to you. I am deeply hurt that you should give any credence at all to accusations put forth by someone who is clearly unbalanced and who you've only just met on this island. It's bad enough with Ross keep hammering away at me with his nonsense about me being a witch. But to believe this Norma person over me, Someone who most of you have known your entire lives. Well, I just don't know what the world is coming to.
Nice try, Tabitha, but it won't wash. Father Lonigan said someone invited evil into Harmony, and I think that person was you. It all fits. Where did most of the trouble happen? The Bennett house, right next door to Tabitha's. You're the one who caused the ravens to hit the house. You're the one who made blood seep out of the walls. And as if that weren't enough, it was you who caused the house to get swallowed into the ground in a fiery inferno. We all could have died in hell that night, thanks to you, Tabitha.
I had nothing to do with that.
Is Princess gonna tell them about Hecuba?
Say something, Kay. You know for a fact that you're the reason why evil was brought to Harmony when you sold your soul to try to get McDad. Shh. Oh, nice. You're gonna let an innocent, sweet old lady hang out to dry for your sins.
Hang on a second, Reese. This is reminding me of something that we read in American history class.
Since when did you ever crack a book in that class?
Wasn't it something about the Salem witch trials where the townspeople just ganged up on innocent people just because they were a little weird? Sorry. They did. They burned them at the stake as witches, even though they hadn't really done anything wrong.
No, this is different. That Norma lady has proof that Tabitha's a witch.
Yeah, but we haven't heard that yet, okay? Well, we're gonna deal with first things first, and that's getting you all home safely. And it's pretty obvious to me that you had a tough time here. Then we're gonna get you to the hospital and have you looked over by Eve and another doctor.
All right, but as soon as we get back, I'm gonna have Chief Bennett check out Norma's accusations.
What are you doing?
I read it on one of my black magic websites. It's how normal, nice people keep witches at bay.
Let's go, guys. The boat's this way.
You too, Norma.
Your goose is cooked, lady.
We'll just see about that. And she's right, Timmy. Unless you and I can produce a miracle.
Oh. And I thought we were so close, and well, here you are, just holding out on little old me.
No, it's not that I would hide anything from you.
Oh, well, then what is it? I can keep a secret.
It's just that Mr. Crane owns this resort.
I know that. My fiancé is a very wealthy man.
He could fire me and close down the chapel. You know, I'd be out of work. And there aren't a whole lot of openings for justices of the peace on this island. I can't break his confidence.
I knew it. Julian has a secret, and he's keeping it from me, isn't he? Well, either you tell me what it is, or I am going to find a way to bounce you out of this job myself.
Oh, please, please, Mrs. Hotchkiss.
I am engaged to marry Julian Crane, and I have his father's personal telephone number. So either you tell me Julian's secret, or I am going to make sure that your next job is as the Justice of the Peace on 3 Mile Island.
You've already made arrangements for Sheridan's funeral. So what if the death hadn't been confirmed?
And we would have been making final preparations for you, wouldn't we? Stop wasting time on the phone with me and go tell the others about the arrangements. And try not to screw it up, Julian.
Julian.
Whoa. You look like hell. Well, don't tell me that luscious young bride of yours wore you out already.
Show some respect, will you? I've only just lost my sister.
Oh, please, will you? I know for a fact that you were never close to Sheridan, so you can save your crocodile tears for the rest of them.
But you just get lost. Every time you come around, my life takes a turn for the worse.
Is that any way to talk to your best man?
You should have stopped us from getting married. You knew that we were both blotto.
I couldn't talk you out of it. Besides, I thought you decided to make the best of it. Oh, no. Don't tell me. You haven't You haven't broken the news to old Rebecca yet, have you?
Well, not that it's any of your business, but now I haven't. God, stop! Instead of mocking my predicament, you should help me do something to change it.
Okay. Anything for an old friend, Julian.
I want you to find Rebecca and you tell her that the ceremony will be taking place at the crematorium nearby. I'll meet her there.
And where might I find this unsuspected jilty?
Well, you might try the wedding chapel. She'll be the one in the white wedding dress.
You have done it this time, Julian. Again.
Just go, will you?
I'm sorry, man.
I thought I had accepted her death. And I kept telling Louise there's no way she could have survived. I guess I just believed deep down that she had.
We're here for Miss Crane's remains.
Would you leave us alone?
I'm sorry we can't do that, miss. We have orders to prepare the remains for the service.
What are you talking about?
Miss Crane's funeral. It's scheduled to begin shortly at our crematory up the road. After the service, she'll be cremated.
I hope she will.
Look, I'm not blind. It's obvious that you two think Sam and Grace are meant to be.
I have rarely seen a husband so devoted.
Well, he's just as devoted to Ivy. He should have gone back for Grace in the hurricane. Instead, he refused and remained by Ivy's side.
She was struck by lightning.
Grace could have been hurt too, and he would have never known it. Come on, Eve. Weren't you ever in love before you got married?
We're not talking about me.
Look, I'm just trying to make a point. If you were in a dangerous situation with an old love who was hurt, but you couldn't find your husband, what would you do? Would you stay with the ex, or would you go find the man you were married to?
That is a ridiculous argument, David, because Sam had no reason to think that Grace was in any danger. He thought she was safe and sound in the church. He did the only thing any decent man would do. He tried to comfort someone in need.
But it wasn't just someone, don't you get it? You two have seen Sam and Grace as a perfect couple for so long, you can't see what's in front of your eyes. So defend the union all you want. Sam Bennett showed his true colors tonight. His heart is with Ivy as much as it is with Grace.
Do you hear me, Ivy? My heart broke in two when you married Julian. I didn't stop loving you.
No. You're just saying that because I could be done.
No, it's true.
Oh my God, Sam, you really mean it.
Grace. You see me as an outsider, an interloper, coming in to break up the happy family Bennett home. But why don't you try and understand how I feel? I lost my wife through no fault of my own. A woman I love with my whole being, who, much as you might not want to admit it, loved me back just as much. And then God, or fate, or whatever you want to call it, brought me back to where she was. And what do I get? Total rejection. A figurative slap in the face, not just from Grace, but from her friends who profess to love her so much.
David, don't make this personal.
It sure as hell is personal to me after I've been searching the world for 20 years looking for the woman I love. And the kicker is to find her and to lose her all over again. I tell you something, if I thought that Grace was truly happy, if I thought that Sam loved her anywhere near as much as I did, well, I'd suck it up and I'd wish her well, and I'd crawl off into the night licking my wounded pride. But that's not what's happening here. Grace is about to get hurt. She's about to get hurt more than she's ever been in her life, and I'm not going anywhere. I'm gonna stick around and pick up the pieces.
Mrs. Crane?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
It's nice to see you awake. I don't know what you've been telling our patient, but it did the trick. The doctor will be so pleased.
I'll be right back.
I never stopped loving you either, Sam.
What you just heard.
You don't have to explain.
Yes, I do. It's not what you think. Look, Ivy wouldn't come out of the anesthesia after her surgery. Eve asked
Sam,
me...
I said you don't have to explain. I know exactly why you said those things. And it tore me apart to hear you say them.
Oh, I'd hate to have to cost you your livelihood. But don't think I wouldn't do it. So tell me, what is Julian hiding from me?
Ah, there you are, Rebecca.
Not now, Bruce. Oh, I'm in the middle of something.
This is very important, Rebecca. Julian sent me to fetch you. Sheridan's funeral is about to begin.
Her funeral? Now?
At the crematorium. Apparently all the arrangements have been finalized. But Julian looks a wreck. And he's counting on you for moral support to get through this.
Whatever. You know, this is just such lousy timing. I mean, now I have to put on something dark and dreary, and I just look so good in white.
Please give Mr. Crane my condolences.
Oh, no, you don't. You can give them to him yourself at the funeral. Because I want you there in attendance so you can marry us as soon as that dreary little service is over. And Bruce, you're going to stay for the wedding ceremony, aren't you? Oh, it would be so nice to have a friend in attendance from back home.
Rebecca, I would be honored. I wouldn't miss this for the world.
Well, I don't know who the hell told you there was going to be a funeral for Sheridan tonight, but that is not...
He did.
Well, why am I not surprised? Tell him you made a mistake, Julian, and tell him to get lost.
I'm afraid that's not possible. My father made the funeral arrangements and asked that I see that they're carried out.
Well, I don't give a damn what you or Alistair want. Neither of you ever cared about Sheridan when she was alive. So I'm going to decide when and where to have the service.
You weren't married yet, Louise. We are her legal family.
Julian, did you hear what I just said? I'm not letting you do this yet.
Luis, wait.
Ethan, tell him. Man, you're as close to Sheridan as anyone. Now tell Julian to get his men in black and get the hell out of here.
I can't do that. For once I agree with him.
Are you kidding me?
Look, we've seen her remains. You know, it just doesn't make sense to transport her body back home. You know, and besides, she loved being here on the island with you. Now, why not bury her where she was happy?
Oh, man, it's all happening so fast.
For all of us, Luis. But, you know, why drag this out, you know? Why not just take care of this now so she can be remembered the way she wanted to be remembered? You know, I have a feeling she wouldn't want this dragged out. All right.
Just for the record, Julian, I hate that you have anything to do with this funeral. I never met a brother who cared so little about his sister.
Luis, forget about him. Now, who cares who makes the arrangements, as long as the people who love her are there to say goodbye.
And whatever you want to do, Luis, I am right there behind you.
Okay. Julian, you do what you have to do. I'm warning you. You treat Sheridan with respect. She deserves that.
will go change and meet you at the crematorium.
God, I miss her. We're all gonna miss Sheridan.
Do you believe that a woman deserves complete commitment from a man? That his thoughts, attentions, actions aren't divided between her and an old love?
Of course, but that's...
Well, let me finish. Then can either of you look me in the eye and tell me that you are absolutely and positively certain that Ivy is completely out of Sam's heart? I didn't think so. And eventually Sam's actions will force Grace to admit it too. I just want you to know, as friends, that I'm going to be around when it happens.
I only said those things because Ivy is fighting for her life.
I'm not accusing you of anything. It really hurt to hear you say you never stopped loving her.
I'm sorry. I just felt that that's what she needed to hear. I owe her for risking her life to help me fix the beacon in the park.
Is that all it was?
What do you mean?
Are you sure those things that you said to her aren't true? It sounds like you never stopped loving her.
Where's my mother? Mommy! Mom!
It's the girls.
I'm sorry, Sheridan. There's no other way. You know, Father. Yes?
I just called to tell you to make sure that you understand that I want this whole damn thing over with.
I know.
Then get on with it and don't muck it up.
I have no intention.
Mr. Crane, I'm Father Huntington from the local parish. I'll be performing your sister's service.
Fine. And I'd appreciate it if it was short and sweet. Simple. My sister would have wanted that.
Yes, as you like. I'm ready to begin whenever you are.
Yes, the others should be here any moment. Becca, why are you still wearing white? I told Bruce to tell you to dress for a funeral.
Well, he did. Well, and I was going to change into something dark, and then I thought, well, why go to all that trouble when we're just going to get married right after the funeral service? And it's not like I won't be dressed appropriately for the funeral. There. You see?
Yes. That just makes all the difference. I really wish you would reconsider this instant marriage idea. My sister's only just died.
Oh. Well, Pookie, forgive me if I don't take your grief as seriously as I might, but as you may recall, I know exactly how Sheridan ended up in that box to begin with. You killed your sister.
Luis, how long have you been standing there?
Long enough.
Hey, you look pale. You sure you're all right?
Dad, we're fine. Okay, and Hank, I can't thank you enough for bringing Mom home safely.
Hey, what's family for?
Still here, Hastings? I'm going to tell you what I've been telling everyone else. I'm not going anywhere.
Well, that's your choice, I guess. But
If you really loved Grace, there's no way that you take that away from her.
Time for us to beat feet, Timmy.
Not so fast, Tabitha.
I've been standing here long enough to notice that everything looks perfect.
Oh, you mean...
Which is amazing, considering how little you or Alistair really knew Sheridan. But I think this is just how she would have wanted it.
Thank you, I think.
Despite our differences in the past, I know you loved her.
With all of my heart.
That's how Sheridan loved you. You showed her a happiness she never knew existed. Do you mind if I put something on her casket?
She's your best friend, Gwen. You don't need to ask.
Will you sit down?
Okay? I'm fine, man. I'm just gonna stay here next to her.
If you're all ready, we'll begin.
The justice of the peace doing here?
Well, Julian, I told you we're going to get married right after the funeral service. And Bruce can be your best man.
I'd like to start out by doing something a little out of the ordinary. As I did not know Sheridan, I thought it might be fitting to have one or more of you step forward to talk about her a bit, to tell us what she was like, what she meant to you. I understand Sheridan's fiancée is here. Would you mind?
Do it for her, Louise. Do it for both of you.
I love Sheridan very, very much.
Mom, what are you doing here? I mean, why aren't you at Tabitha's?
Well, it's been quite a night around here as well, what with the hurricane moving in so quickly. And your father had a close call when he was trying to fix the lighthouse beacon so Hank and TC could get a boat out to rescue you guys.
What happened to Chief Bennett? I mean, he looked fine.
Well, he was lucky. Unfortunately, Ivy Crane wasn't so lucky she was hit by lightning. A few more inches and it would have been Sam.
Oh my gosh. Well, where were you, Mom? I mean, why was Ivy Crane helping Daddy?
You know what, sweetie, that's a long story. And I think the important thing is that we all pray that Ivy recover, huh?
Right. I'm going to check on Mrs. Crane.
Now what?
Feeling blue that Charity made it back alive?
No, Simone, actually, I was thinking about how close my dad came to being struck by lightning. If I hadn't sabotaged our rescue from the island, he wouldn't have had to risk his life to try to save us.
Oh, wait, I'm sorry. For a minute there, I almost thought I heard a glimmer of a conscience.
Maybe you did.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that from now on, I'm through thinking only about myself. I'm not going to do anything bad again.
Don't worry, Daddy. It isn't over till the fat lady sings. Isn't that right?
You don't really think I'm a witch, do you, Sam?
I don't know what to think right now, Tabitha. But even if you were, last time I checked, it wasn't against the law.
If you don't mind, I'll be going now. It's been a long day.
Just so we understand one another. Witch or no, if you've had anything to do with the bizarre incidents we've all been subject to lately, if you've ever done anything at all to jeopardize the safety of my children and those of my friends, then I will put you in jail for the rest of your natural-born life. Do I make myself clear, Tabitha?
It's all right, Luis. It's all right.
Luis, why don't you let me go first? Give you a chance to collect yourself. Okay. Whew. I know how Luis feels. I've never met anyone so instinctively generous and loving. Yes, the irony is that it took her longer than most people to find the one person that would love her as much as she deserved to be loved. That's the one thing I can hang on to, that I am so grateful for, that she found that joy with Luis before she died. No, she was the happiest she has ever been this last year. Not many people get a chance to experience that kind of completeness with another person, no matter how old they get to be. Only a few of the lucky ones. And I miss Sheridan already. You know, my fiance is a great believer in miracles. I just wish we could put one more out of the hat. Bring back Sheridan. I guess it doesn't work that way. Sheridan's gone. Gone before she ever had a chance to live the loving life she deserved.
Thanks to you.
You know, I always thought Sheridan had the heart of an angel. And it makes me feel good to know that she's now with all the other angels in heaven. I love you, Sheridan. I'll miss you. Goodbye.
Pilar, Sam was just here, and he told me that he still loves me.
I'm afraid you misunderstood.
No, he said it more than once. He meant it, I could tell.
Please, don't do this to yourself. You know that Sam is married to Grace, and the last time you got your hopes up, you were devastated. No, you must let go of this idea that you and Sam will be together again.
Doesn't look to me like she will. That's why I can't leave. When Sam goes back to Ivy, Grace's world will fall apart. She's gonna need me.
believe it. You're really gonna try to be good?
Not try, Simone. I'm gonna do it, starting now.
Oh, I'm glad to hear that, but do you think that you can? I mean, Miguel and Charity they're still together. I mean, how are you gonna deal with that?
I'm gonna be happy for him. That's how.
Okay, stop. All right, who are you and what have you done with the real Kay Bennett?
I don't blame you, all right? I mean, I know this doesn't really sound like me, but I finally seen the light. I mean, Simone, my family is way more important to me than any guy, even Miguel. What if my actions on the island had cost my dad his life, Simone? I'm not gonna do anything again to put my family in danger. I'm only gonna send out positive, generous vibes, and that way only good ones can come back.
What's going on?
Tabitha is a witch, Mrs. Bennett.
Reese.
I know you don't want me to say anything anymore, but I'm not the only one that knows it's true. She knows it too. They don't believe me that Tabitha's a witch.
Well, they're wrong. She's not only a witch, her little doll is alive. I can prove it.
Thank you, Ethan. Is there anybody else who would like to say something before we get on with the service?
You don't have to. At least everyone will understand.
That's okay. I can do this. Something Ethan said really struck me. Something that I believe beyond a shadow of a doubt. It's not Sheridan in there.